as we go live on me saying that and just horrifying my players. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tales from the Table Studios, where you deserve a seat at the table. Tonight, we are playing Sentai and Sensibility, our Knights of Magic and Mystery campaign. I am your tale slinger, Cass, aka Yoda Almighty. I use she, they pronouns. Before we jump right into tonight's fast-paced session, let's call what's about to happen, we're going to popcorn around and introduce everybody and their characters and their pronouns and their current mental state in like one sentence. So let's start with probably slightly less sad. Carlisle, JT, introduce yourself.
You can't make me go first. You can't do this. I'm supposed to go last. I'm supposed to be the last person picked in the popcorn. That's the way it's always been, Cass. You can't make me go first. I am JT, and my pronouns are they, them, and I should be going last. And I also play Carlisle, the saddest man in London. Also they, them, by the way, who should also be going last. And we'll come in last in this series, for the record. I'd like everyone to be forewarned. I'm not here for a good time. Or a long time, to be quite frank. Carlisle's mental state is bad. It's bad. It's been bad since the very beginning. It's going to continue to be bad. Let's not kid ourselves. They have Leovac, but it's bad. It's still bad. They're not good. Oh, I gotta pick someone to go next, don't I? Let's go with X.
I knew it. That's why I was ready. I knew it'd be me. Hello, I am XL. My pronouns are he, him, and also Jax's are. Jax, put him in a t-shirt, LaFay. There's a lot of emotions going on in Jax's mind. The forefront is the always mask of being, how can I be a slut today? The second one is the second one underneath the mask is, how do I protect my family? Go ahead, Matt.
Thank you, X. I'm Matt, he, him pronouns. I'll be playing Chin Huang, he, they pronouns. And I think that what he's feeling is maybe a little secretive right now. Maybe a little bit conflicted. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess you'll find out, or you won't. I guess we'll all see. But Kian, take it away.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. I use any and all pronouns. Tonight, I am playing Avery. Avery is feeling, honestly, just happy to be awake, happy to be with the world of the living. Certainly has no terrifyingly dark thoughts lingering in the back of their head from their time in Dreamland. Just happy to be hanging out with their not boyfriend Maximov in the world of the living, I think is where Avery's at.
Well, speaking of Avery, I'm glad Avery went last. We're going to talk about Avery's time in Dreamland to start off tonight. You have been hanging out with your hashtag not boyfriend. But it's been a few days, and I'm sure you've had a lingering thought in your mind based on how that dream ended. You go to find a quiet place to enact your plan. And as you do, you realize that people around Buckingham House are looking at you strangely. Some in awe of you being awake after so long, but some in fear. And I think that maybe settles with you. One maid even hands you a note that says to be in your quarters tomorrow for tea. You and the whole team. But tonight, You retreat to your quarters, to your bedroom, and lock the door behind you and tell everyone what Avery is going to try to do.
Avery is going to try and contact the Shadow King.
Yes, they are. I'm going to give you 2 options on what to roll here. Because you are a Hussar. So you are rolling a d8, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So one of these is more difficult and one of these is easier. Etiquette or vigor?
I think Avery's approach to this is bullish.
Vigor it is. Full vigor. You are reaching for the tendrils of the shadow magic that still resides within you, trying to pull those strings so that you can push yourself into their mind as they did to you.
That's a 6.
That is good. What do you say to the Shadow King when you feel that connection pull taut between you?
The first thing that the Shadow King would get is trepidation and hesitation because Avery does not know what they are doing, and there's a little bit of an underlying fear of what could happen. Once that connection is made, Avery glances again at the door, reconfirms that it's locked, because if something bad happens, Avery wants it to just happen to them. They don't want anybody else involved in this, particularly not their not boyfriend. They are afraid of somebody else being dragged into this.
Perfect.
And I think that the first thing the Shadow King hears is Avery just asking, "Can you hear me?"
Yes. What do you want?
Well, to be frank, I didn't think that this would work.
We are permanently tied together, you and I.
I can't imagine you would just tell me what it is that you're planning next.
Next or overall?
Both would be awesome.
Well, next I'm planning another murder of an inept member of the House of Gwyneth. Someone else in my way.
And overall,
I want the throne. The House of Gwyneth is an usurper house, and I shall usurp them. They don't deserve the power. They don't respect their people.
and you think you have more power than they do, having to run around in shadows, constantly hiding in the dark?
It's not about who has more power. It is about who can take the crown. And you cannot tell me that Lisbeth would be a good option to take it next.
I don't think that's for either of us to decide.
It's for me to decide.
And it's for us to try and stop you.
Is it? Are you loyal to the Princess Royal? Or are you loyal to the people? To the Fretheth you swore to? The oath of a madman?
Doesn't matter where my loyalties lie, I can't let you just kill her.
I don't have to kill her to take the throne. She just has to submit. All of them do.
There's a little bit of arrogance in Avery's voice, a little bit of haughtiness, I think. And he just says, "You know we're going to stop you, right?"
Stop me, join me. Doesn't particularly matter. There will always be another me. I am inevitable.
An awful lot of arrogance from somebody who won't even show their face.
Why do I need to show my face? I am anyone. I am everyone. I am whoever I need to be.
Well, whoever you are will still stop you. And will always be around to stop anybody else who has these ridiculous ideas.
It's good to know, Avery Caparis. It's very good to know. Keep your eyes open. And you feel the connection sever as some sort of ward flows across the bond. The Shadow King left that connection open for you to reach out. And now they have shut it off.
I think Avery is very clingy with Maximov over the next day. I think that there is this sort of desire to ground themselves in the people around them. But it takes, I would guess, probably a full 24 hours before Avery feels truly like they are alone again. There is this constant
Crawling.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you would notice too, and because fashion of the day dictates that you wear gloves, every time you've taken your gloves off, you've noticed black veins trailing up your arm.
We are hiding that from everyone and anyone who could possibly see that. We are just shy of chopping our arm off to make sure nobody else sees that.
Yes, yes. Hello, Raiders. Thank you, High Shelf. But yeah, it's not it when the connection cuts, the black veins recede. But Maximoff does stay in your quarters with you, like, you know, hangs out with you in your quarters. We're going to jump over to Carlisle. What are you up to for the few days?
Spending time with Leo as needed, keeping an ear on the ground for movements from my compatriots, but beyond that, just making sure that Leo is okay.
Roll etiquette for me, please.
That's a 3.
You got it. Your compatriots, as it were, one of them, Estella, Charlotte's former maid, comes to Buckingham House and drags you out of bed, throwing over her shoulder, "Apologies, I'll bring him back." Kalel?
Stella?
You are still a sad man. You have your lordly love back. And yet,
There is still some grandiose, arrogant being out there who killed my Charlotte.
I have a lead.
You have a lead.
I have a lead.
What have you... You haven't been getting into trouble, have you?
Okay.
Estella, I can't keep you safe all the time.
Carlisle, you don't keep me safe. I keep myself safe. And no one bothers the help. No matter how highborn I am.
What have you got?
What do you know of the Lady Isabeau?
I think based on what Jax tells me, they are not on the best terms.
No, she is an old friend of Lady Aoife from when they were girls. Rumor has it that she purposely put herself in Jacques Lefay's bed to get information from him. When he was no longer useful, she left. Found out later she was with children in this case.
Seems like an awful lot of responsibility and risk to take on just to get information.
She's a witch. All she is responsibility and risk. That's what witches do.
Do you know the nature of the information?
Information on people within the court of Avalon. That's all I know.
That could be useful.
I told you I had to lead.
I think perhaps some ambush diplomacy is in play. You should go see Leo now that he's got his wits about him.
Oh, of course. And she like smooches you on either cheek and then sniffs you to see if you've been drinking. Pats you on the head. And the very stern Estella from just a few months ago is gone. She is back to pretending to be her chipper self, the flighty lady's maid who nobody looks twice at, which is how she flies so far under the radar. And she flounces in to talk to Leo.
That anyone would ever doubt that woman. Carlisle's going to go and find old Isabeau.
Okay, put a pin in that.
I winked there. You can't tell because the eye patch. I winked back.
Matt, what is Chin doing?
Chin is trying to sneak around and hang out with Alice as much as he can, with perhaps a little bit of a suspicious eye on her mother after the last team conversation.
Well, I have bad news for the shippers out there.
Oh,
Alice is
no.
refusing to see you. And
But
will not give a
why?
reason. She's not giving a reason. Even her lady's maid, who is firmly on Team Chin, just comes out of her quarters and I'm so sorry, Night Wong. She won't see you, and frankly, I've been told not to even let you get this close.
But, I mean, I got her favorite. And Chin holds up a little parcel, kind of wrapped up, but the smell of spices is like seeping out.
Oh, that smells just like. Oh, Night Wong. Okay, get it here. I'll see what I can do. And she like
Please.
bustles back through and closes the door behind her. Make a vigor roll for me.
All right. I got a 5.
That gets it. So you don't. Because it was a lower success. I am not going to give you everything. You notice when the door clicks behind Alice's maid. There's a shimmer, like a ward popping into place, which is not uncommon. The palace, Buckingham House, is littered with layers and layers and layers of wards. This one is new. And there's something familiar about it, but you don't quite know what that is.
Would I have been able to like reach a hand to the ward and see if I could feel the ward?
Are you going to try and touch it?
Yes.
Footwork.
All right. I failed.
Mark of peril. Roll.
right.
You can't fail the roll, but we want you to roll anyway because it's
Okay.
funny.
All right. All right. I got a 3, so my mark of
Yes.
peril is all right.
Yes, and remember, if you took any marks of peril last episode, they reset, so like they don't stack. You fail this roll because when you reach out to touch this ward, it bites you. It feels like teeth. And then there's a burn, and you have to rip your glove off. And there's a shimmer like an oil slick on your fingers. And the tips of the glove are melting away. It is a protective ward, but you've seen this magic multiple times.
And Chin is, I think he's thinking the worst in terms of Alice, and he's just like maybe feeling that burn. He's just thinking, why would she need a ward against me?
Another lady's maid, another servant for the house, rolls by and hands you your own invitation to tea in your quarters. You need to go, Night Huang. They are expecting you.
All right. Can you just tell me if she's doing okay?
Oh, I don't work with this lady Alice. I'm just in the house. I was just sent to give you this note.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck. The other girls in the kitchen and we all think you would make such a lovely couple.
I appreciate that. And it's like the look he gives her is just one of, it's like someone just trying to smile through sadness before he walks away.
As you walk away, we're going to pan over to Jax LaFay. You wanted to talk.
Heartbreaking scene.
Yep. I told you I was coming for y'all. All right. You are looking for one Aoife Fitzroy, your cousin. Am I mistaken?
Not at all.
You go to find her on the grounds of Buckingham House, and you do not. You are told by the valet of her household, that she has taken a few guardians and gone home. Back to her grandfather's house, where her mother was killed.
Why would she do that?
Mr. Thomas looks at you, and he is not human. He is the nicest, in the nicest way, an ogre. He is fully fey, and he wears a human guise to put other people at ease, but he just looks down his nose at you because he is very tall. You know as well as I that I have never been able to stop the Lady Aoife from doing whatever the hell she wants.
What about Alice? Where's she?
Alice is here. If you wish to speak to Aoife, you may be able to get through to her where we cannot, sir. You are her family. I am simply a creature under her employ.
If you peel back those layers, I'm sure you'll figure out something. No, but I will, and I will, like, pat him on the chest, like, playfully with the back of my hand, and just say, "What else? Sorry, I couldn't help myself there. No, I'll go see. Tell, tell Alice that. How is she doing? Is she all right?"
No, she is not all right. She has received news. It is not my place to share, but she has received news that has broken her heart. I believe the Lady Aoife plans to bring it up with all of you at tea later this afternoon, but perhaps you can soften her heart beforehand.
All right. Well, you tell Alice if she needs anything, she can come to me. All right. I'll go talk to Aoife and see what that's about.
Of course, sir. You can go talk to Aoife. You make your way. It's not terribly far away. Like, you can take a horse over and you see her carriage out front. It's obvious she's not planning on staying long, whatever she's doing at the house. And you find her in the garden, standing over the depression in the ground where her mother's body lay, and in a pool of blood that has been turned to keep flies from gathering.
If you wanted to see somebody be depressed, you could have gone and talked to Margaret. Sorry,
Margaret.
that's probably a terrible joke.
Robert's wife has never been depressed a day in her life. Margaret is a formidable bastion of power and control. What do you want, cousin?
The way she's always pouting about around me. Listen, your employee told me something that doesn't quite sit right with me. I was wondering if you could shed some light on it.
I'm sure there's a lot of things that don't sit right with you, Jack Safay. Please narrow it down.
Fair enough. And these days, more often than. Anyway, said something about some news Alice had got, and you were planning to talk to us about a tea or something. Why have y'all shut down? Why have you come back here, Aoife? What's going on?
I am, 15, 16 years older than you?
About.
You've only been here in Europe for, 7 years? 8 now?
Give or take a few, subtract the time I was out overseas and all that stuff, doing battle and stuff for the crown.
When I was about Alice's age, my mother and I had a spectacular falling out that we never healed from. I'm sure you've heard about it.
Yes, indeed.
But I'm absolutely positive no one's ever told you why.
No. Everybody seemed a little hush-hush about it.
It was my first season. I was approached by a handsome young American man, here to drum up investment in some businesses, and 10 months later I was married in secret and had a child. And my mother employed every magical route she could to find us. Finally doing so through my Aunt Nimwe's powers. And she flew onto a ship in the middle of the Atlantic and bribed my husband to leave me and take our child. And I never forgave her for it.
That's understandable. Not the others never forgiven her for is the understandable part. I myself have learned the fact that I'm a father now, and if anyone would have taken my kids from me, I'd probably raise the planet until I found them.
I knew about the children. I didn't know they were yours. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
It's not. We are family.
So, what does that got to do with whatever you got going on right now?
She hands you a folded up piece of paper. And I'm going to ask you to keep it to yourself. But I do want you to read it. Give me just a moment. Son of a bitch. No. Come on, Discord. Let me be sneaky. I believe in a thing called love. Anyway, I cannot sing that high. I used to be able to, no longer. This was found while we were moving everyone's things to the... I think you have an idea of whose journal it came out of, and I intended to have a conversation in front of all of you with this person.
I think, I think as Jackson reads this note, there's like, in scenes of in media and stuff, when there's a flare of anger, the flare of power that comes out of somebody. I think that's what happens here with Jackson. He reads this. There's like a flare of his draconic, more like less just magic and more draconic magic, because I think it's a very primal reaction that he has for this. I see.
I am hoping it is an old entry in their journal and that they have wisened up. If not, I am about to make someone's life very difficult, cousin.
Understandable. I won't stop you if it's true and still a prominent thing. Hell, I might even join you. Well, look, outside of that, there's a reason I want to talk to you.
And what is that?
I'm sure you're aware that Knight Kaparis and Leopold have awoken.
I'm very aware, yes.
Your name got thrown around.
In what manner?
Related to issues at hand that we're investigating.
You think I'm the Shadow King?
I don't. Someone does. Trying to... This, it falls in line with the fact that your grandfather was talking about how it's being framed. It seems like they're throwing it down the line each time, so...
And when Rosetta wouldn't behave herself, they killed her.
If there's anything you know that could help prove your innocence, you have to tell me.
And how am I supposed to prove a negative? I cannot prove my innocence if I have nothing to prove.
I'll do my best, cousin, to shield you and
Don't bother. trying to shield me. Or Alice. I'm very capable of protecting myself and my child.
I know, but I can't just sit by.
Sit by him what?
It's a tough thing. This oath. I never realized it pit me so much against my own family. I'm not trying to do that.
Then I think you need to ask yourself where your loyalties lie, cousin.
My loyalty is always to my family first. There's never a doubt.
And if your family proves to be the root of all your troubles, what will you do then?
I don't know. And I feel like it's pretty obvious it's a lie. Like, he's saying I don't know because he has this surface level feeling that he should be torn, but he's not torn actually. And I think the fact that he's not torn is what's the actual tear is the thing, because he would 100% always stick by his family.
And I think it is not unreasonable in that moment for Jax to remember that the Frethith does not demand loyalty to a single person, does not demand loyalty to a single family. It demands loyalty to the land as a whole, to its people. So there's a lot of leeway on who can be loyal to whom. Come, we have tea to partake.
My favorite time of the day.
You do like the little cucumber sandwiches. And we are going to cut over. Sorry, Jax. We're going to cut over to everyone gathering in your quarters. All three of you are there, Maximoff and Leopold as well. And the Lady Aoife sweeps in with Jax right behind her. And the doors snap shut and lock as soon as Jax crosses the threshold. Oh, good. You're all here.
Everybody, tea time. Sit down.
She pours herself, she also sits and pours herself a cup, and before she takes a sip, she reaches into her pocket in her light summer jacket that she's wearing over her gown and tosses a piece of paper at you, Carlisle.
Carlisle catches it and fumbles with it.
Pour myself some tea at the same. I'm pouring everybody a cup of tea.
Carlisle, if you could be so nice as to read that out loud for the benefit of everyone here.
Alice introduced me to the future ruler, the heir apparent Charlotte. If I could win Charlotte's love, that could pull me up to the crown. I wonder what it would take to win her affection. Alice has been an incredible friend. I will make her a knight when I become king.
Matt, where is Chin in this room?
I think that Chin would have just been sitting on one of the couches, excited for sandwiches, excited to drink tea. And I imagine that hearing his words that he wrote uttered back at him from his private journal. The teacup drops from his hand and shatters on the ground.
Jack sips
Lady
his tea.
Aoife. Yeah, Lady Aoife takes a very demure sip, sets it on the saucer, and then sets it on the table. And everyone in this room, you don't need to roll for this. There is cold fury emanating off this woman.
Cass, I'd like to swing a little wide.
I love it. Let's go.
I think the note falls out of Carlisle's hand. A single tear streaks from underneath the patch,
Oh.
and they go, "Melancholy cerulean night," and they pull their pistol from their eye patch. The hammer cocks, and they level it at Chin.
Whoa! Didn't think it was gonna go this way.
You have 20
Now-
seconds.
Just to check in, above table, everybody good with PvP if this becomes a thing? Okay, I know this crew, but I have to ask. Okay. Yes, Night Huang. 19, 18, 17, 16,
Chin.
15.
Is, I think, connecting the dots, and the first thing he thinks is, I have to tell Alice.
Do you say that out loud?
No. He's just thinking that, but his eyes, like, I imagine that he immediately assesses the pistol. He sees Aoife, but like the sound of the countdown is just echoing in his ears. He knows the doors are locked. Are there windows?
There are, but you wouldn't get to them before anybody got a shot off.
I don't mind taking a shot. Chin is gonna run towards a window.
Footwork, please.
I'm gonna try to
Disadvantage, because I know everybody is going to try and stop you, so I'm just imposing disadvantage now.
All right.
Well, I'm not
So
going to
do
try
it.
and stop him.
I know you're going to try and shoot him. I'm trying to just level this playing field so nobody else gets shot in the meantime.
I got a 4 and a 5.
You dodge whatever Jax is going to do and whatever Carlisle does. I'm sorry to take that agency away from the two of you, but you do not dodge Lady Aoife. None of you have ever seen Aoife in action, so to speak, with her powers. You know Alice is very powerful. You know her mother is very powerful. Obviously, Robin was very powerful. But she's a courtier. She's not a soldier. But she blinks out of existence and steps in front of the window that you are aiming towards. And you dodge her grabbing at your neck with a gauntleted hand. But your means of escape is essentially cut off. Tell me why we shouldn't strip you of all your honors and throw you into the street where you belong. Tell me you did not break my daughter's heart for ambition and a crown.
And Chin is, again, connecting the dots. The fact that the ward was set, the fact that he couldn't, even if the door was left open, he couldn't reach her. And he's unable to meet her eyes, but he'll say, "It looks like I've already broken her heart."
And what guilt do you feel for that?
Everything.
She slaps you. Do you try and dodge it?
No.
Okay. It hurts a lot. Because she slaps you with the gauntleted hand, so it's just... Your face is bleeding, you're scratched up.
Chin, in a moment, relishes that for a brief reprieve of realizing what he's done to Alice. This hurts less than that. And just his eyes start to well up. But he doesn't have any words for Aoife. He stands there, hands shaking, blood dripping. I deserve that.
You deserve more than that. I will not allow another man of ambition to take a child from me. And Avery, roll etiquette with advantage. Everyone else can roll etiquette, but Avery is rolling with advantage.
Okay, that's fun.
Those 2 2s.
Oh, hey!
That's
I
a
got a
4
4.
for me, which is
Okay.
my hero.
Well, but you're not transformed.
I am.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Okay. So Carlisle is also going to get this. Did anybody else make it?
I
No.
also got a 4. But
This is the dice telling a story. Okay. Avery, you have seen this stricken look on Aoife Fitzroy's face once before, and it was in your dream when she saw the face of the man you didn't recognize, the first one. Not the younger one, the slightly older one. Carlisle. This is the face of a woman who has just said something she did not intend to say. Yeah, both of you, Jackson, Chin, you just see anger, fury. And she composes herself because she has flexed her hand back up and is reaching for Chin's throat.
I think Carlisle. The shot's already fired. The gun is empty. It's I believe we discussed it was just a regular flintlock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You would need to reload.
It doesn't have another shot. I think Carlisle just drops the gun, and they are pretty actively crying.
You all hear, before Aoife can start talking again, thundering footsteps coming down the hallway. And a shriek. And Aoife's head snaps towards the door, and she just looks at the rest of you, ignoring
Bolt.
Chin. Huh?
I'll bolt out the door if there's a shriek.
Oh, it's a shriek of. Let me explain before you do
I
that.
thought somebody was like, ah!
Let me explain. It is the shriek of an angry teenage girl.
Oh, okay. Cool beans. Good to know.
Yeah.
Bolt.
And Aoife's head snaps towards the door, and she looks, because Maximoff and Leopold are also in the room. And she looks at all of you and the two of them, and then shoves Chin out of her way and blinks over to the door and whips it open and slams it back. And just as you hear, "Mother, no!" And it slams behind you, and words shimmer into place, locking you in together. And I need to know, I'm going to give you guys a single minute of conversation. And obviously this will take more than a minute, but like in game time, what is the immediate aftermath to Aoife leaving and locking you in together?
Animals, what is this about? Is this still your goal? To use my cousin to ascend to a throne that you should never have?
What does it matter now? I've hurt the person I care about most.
If you care about her, it still matters.
And what you decide to do going forward from here matters too. If you wish to reconcile, then you should take action. But if you don't, then I will.
I don't think I can reconcile this, but I do want to protect her. Even if I couldn't protect her heart.
Knight Juan, do you love Alice Fitzroy?
Yes.
And act like it.
On that line, the words that were just put into place on the door slice open, like being carved, and the double doors to your suite of rooms turn into a glossy mirrored surface, and a silver hand reaches through, fully articulated, like a suit of armor, but it is more fluid than that. It is an arm reaching through, and it is engraved with Ogham script and Celtic knots and Viking runes and all of these different languages that are long dead, and it is reaching through. And just as all of you, I think, begin to panic and wonder who the fuck is invading Buckingham House in this moment, you all see a familiar face pop through. Ooh, right. That was more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Hello. And King Nwada Ergeslam, the Silver Hand, steps into your quarters. Right. It's time to go. We, all of us, the courts, we need to talk to you. Let's go.
What?
Right. And just so everybody knows what he looks like, this man has deep, dark skin, almost looks like stained cherry wood. In fact, he looks like he was, if not for how smoothly he moves and talks, you would think he was a statue carved from a tree. He just has this appearance of perfection to him, except for his entire left arm being this beautiful wrought silver, and then he has long blonde dreads that are tied back into a queue, and he's smiling at you, and his eyes shift like the sun over the ocean, reflecting oranges and purples and blues and teals. And I made myself clear. Time to go. Except for you, points at Maximal. You need to stay here. Leopold Duke, you need to come with us. Come on, let's go. Through the mirror.
I follow, but where are we going?
10 Tagil. I had to slice through a lot of words, and I would like you all to know that was difficult, and we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, it's kind of supposed to be difficult.
Oh, no, that's not the problem. Someone has put a ward on that only lets the House of Gwyneth, and I believe there has to be a list of who all is allowed in the grounds. None of the Fae are allowed in the grounds. Get through the fucking door.
All right, fine. I'm going through. Come on, y'all. It's not good to.
Yeah.
So we're just trusting every mirror comer that walks into this castle?
Well, I mean, it's Faye, so it's part of my family. So, well, not this one in particular, but I am.
Move your arse!
All
and
right,
he's
coming,
shuffling you guys through. Is everybody go?
I'm going in.
Yeah.
Does
Unfortunately.
Maximov look like he agrees? Like, is he going to stay complacent about staying behind?
No, but he also looks like he knows that any fight against Nuada is going to end badly for him. So,
Okay.
like he's just looking at you like he is the shrug emoji. He is the shrug emoji.
Very quietly, as everybody else, I'm going to let everyone else go first. And very quietly to Maximov, I'm going to say, keep an eye on Lisbeth. And then I'll walk through the mirror.
And he just nods like, what the fuck? What? Of course, what? But nods. All of you step through. What do I want to make you roll for this, everybody? Everybody roll vigor.
All right.
Everybody roll vigor.
Mean.
I'll use my purple die for this.
Or dueling.
I will go with that.
That's a 4.
You have a better chance.
I got a 6.
It's
Unless I roll
4
an
city
8,
for
that's
me.
I got an 8
Okay.
for vigor.
Wow. And I did roll an 8. I tried to go with dueling. I should have went with vigor.
Oh.
It's fine. You know what? I'll use my thing.
Your queen's favor.
Yeah.
I believe you still have some juice left over, actually.
Yeah, I believe I had one left over from last
You can
time.
use that and save your queen's favor.
Thanks, chat, for juice.
Yes.
That's still bad. I rolled a 3. Still not working for me.
Jax, you take a mark of peril,
I
and actually I
That's
need you to take 2, and I need you to roll for it.
Why 2?
Because
What
there's
did
2
I
parts.
do?
There's 2 parts of this.
I rolled a 2. That means I erase them, right?
It meets it, beats it. It meets it, beats it. No, you don't erase. Well, yeah, if you match it, you do. Hold on. Right, my box. Hold on. Making me fucking consult the ancient text here. The ancient,
I
very
remember-
like.
I remember that much. It's like, yeah, if you get the same thing, you are good.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that sounds right.
It does sound right. Hold on.
The dice just didn't want me to succeed at that. They wanted me to succeed at everything else.
The good news is you don't fall unconscious.
Yeah.
Which was a concern.
That'd be a bad rep on me, the only Fae in the group to, to not survive the Fae thing.
You wouldn't die, but you would have a problem.
My reputation would.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna go with that. You erase them. I don't care to look it up anymore. You're gonna want to not have marks anyway, so I'm not gonna make you have 2. Anyway, I know I'm being so vague and threatening.
Yes, I'm worried even more now, but also happy that I don't have 2 marks of arrow. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, you don't fall unconscious, but you do feel like something is clawing at you and reaching under your skin to pull at the very essence of you as you step through. And you feel the cool silver hand of Nuada Ergetlum push you through whatever is clawing at you. The other 3 of you passed. And so you see a hint of what Chin saw earlier today. That the Shadow King has cast wards upon Buckingham House. Trying to keep everyone they want to stay in, and keep out everyone they do not wish to be on the grounds. Which makes you all believe, I think rightly, that the Shadow King is in Buckingham House.
On the surface, smooth, Jax is. On the inside, he's screaming.
Yeah. So you all step into the stone courtyard of Tintagel Palace in Cornwall. This is the home of Queen Nimue and her uncle, father, godfather, Merlin. Merlin's a lot of things to her.
Oh, all right. While we here, what is this about?
Oh boy! Sorry for the rough trip. All right. Good, we made it. And you see arrayed, you are standing in the central courtyard. There is a pool. And all of you know, because this is an open knowledge, that Queen Nimue is a seer. She does not portend prophecy because nothing of what she sees is ever stable. But she does how do I want to phrase this? She does look into the waters of this pool and see multiple futures and the most likely futures. She can also see the present location of people. She can peer a little bit into a person's past. And she stands there with Merlin, decrepit and ancient, at her side. And the other monarchs stand with her. Catshi, the Morrigan, Titania, and Oberon. Whew, all right. Go. She wants to talk to you.
All right. I do take off my glasses as a sign of respect.
This is a good decision because your grandmother is giving you the stink eye.
I know she probably already sees that I had a rough time and it's probably already given me a rough time about that in her head.
She hates the glasses because she doesn't understand why you feel the need to hide. So.
Ooh.
Grandmother, please.
Wow.
Yeah.
Grandmother, please.
Grandma.
I approach.
Am I catching looks from anybody?
In what
Avery
way?
is feeling real paranoid about, hey, do you guys know that I'm buddies with the Shadow King right now?
Oh, nobody, like, everybody's looking at all four of you. I mean, yeah, the attention is on you. I think the only person who is looking at you in a way that would make you feel paranoid is Nimue.
Okay. Avery pointedly does not look at Nimue. Scans the rest, but watches Jax and is kind of going to defer to Jax because Avery is out of his element right now. So it's going to kind of look to the only Fae that Avery quasi somewhat can trust and just follow his lead.
Okay. Nuada is leading Leopold over to sit. Because Leopold's still a little shaky on the legs. So he leads him over to sit at a table next to this clear blue water.
Why'd you slow down on that? Why'd you do that?
I was reading everybody's faces to see who I thought was going to talk first.
Oh, it's gonna be me because I have a question.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be me.
Yeah. Do I have an idea for how Jax probably is gonna do this in the most Jax way possible. But would I know the correct way to approach royalty, Fae royalty specifically?
Fae royalty are a lot more. Okay, let me rephrase because Catchi is not lax about anything. So you know that a perfunctory bow is probably all you need, even for Cat Shi. Cat Shi, for the other three of you, or anybody listening, Cat Shi is literally the king of cats, but king being a gender neutral term, they can appear as any human gender they so please. Currently, they are a woman with modeled like tortoiseshell skin, almost to mimic a tortoiseshell like fur pattern, and long tortoiseshell hair, and wearing black robes and golden cat eyes staring at you.
Are they all kind of just standing in like a group, or is this like a semicircle type of vibe?
Semicircle. Oberon and Titania are on one side. Nuada takes up place on the other side, next to Katshi and the Morrigan. The Morrigan being the goddess of death and crows and war and all that, who is obviously standing in for her sister, Queen Macha, who is Katshi's partner, and then Nimue and Merlin at the like across from you. It's a square, like rectangular pool, and they are arrayed around it, facing you.
Then okay, so if I don't know if everybody's gonna follow Jax here, but so what Jax does is I will walk up until the threshold, so to speak, of like the center of the semicircle. So like where the semicircle ends, I will stop before I walk forward. And so
yeah, so like genuinely, there would be a pond in front of you, so you would have to stop. Yeah.
Okay, cool beans. Then I will just do a quick bow. It'll be as long as the shortest I can get away with is what I'm doing. And we'll just go, and also the shallowest I can get away with. No, not the shallowest I can get away with. That's too much. But the shortest I can get away with. And then I will, when I come back up, I will say, all right, what's cracking, everybody? How's it going?
I think Chin would. I mean, I think last time he had addressed a court, he had done the most, but this time is very different in terms of his emotional state. And he would wander forward and follow suit as Jax had to do a bow. Probably a drop of blood from his cheek falling into the pond, but he's not going to say anything.
Oh, I'll hold on to that though. That's important.
Oh no, these are fake.
You never get. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna mean it exactly as you take it. You never give bodily fluids to magic users.
Bad stuff.
Avery, Carlisle, what do you do?
Avery. Oh,
Go ahead.
nope, all you.
Too late.
Don't do this, the two of you. Pick one.
The light off.
I'm gonna pick, and it's gonna be Kiet.
Avery looks over at Jax, bows, but like it's so pointedly clear that Avery is uncomfortable with this. Like Avery is like, I don't want to fucking do this. This does not make me happy. The whole time Avery is also wringing their hands together. And there's a brief glance looking down at their hands to make sure that their gloves are fully secured and all the way down. But like paranoia is the driving emotion right now for Avery.
Okay. What is Carlisle doing?
Carlisle will follow suit last, sort of scan the collection of monarchs we have here. They do not bow. They do not perform any protocol whatsoever. They sort of stand behind everyone else when they bow and just kind of keep a watchful eye.
Make a disadvantage dueling roll.
I will.
Jack does make like a very tiny like wince when Carlisle does not bow.
Double ones. Normally would be snake eyes. but
Fucker, it's still honor. And you still haven't stopped. Okay, so you see Catchy twitch their claws. And you feel a compulsion to bow. Tell me how you resist it.
I think Carlisle just looks at Catchy and they just say aloud to everybody, "We have more pressing matters."
Respect is never out of line. Bow to your betters.
Once our job is done, I promise you will get my deepest bow.
Catchy looks at Nimue like, let me eat this little bird. Catchy, for all of you, just to, like, I know we don't necessarily remember everything in the setting document at all times. Catchy and the Morrigan and Queen Maka are the people keeping the Fomorians from re-entering the mortal world. They are constantly at war. This is a monarch of war who gives no shits about who you are as a person. Couldn't care less about the Shadow King, to be perfectly clear. Is only here because they were dragged away from their fighting.
Carlisle, I do recommend it if you could. Just this once.
How many murders have we witnessed, Jax?
I'm about to witness another one if you don't do it.
They brought us here because they have information they would like to share with us, or they have things that they would like to say with us. Arguably, the matter is way more pressing than some respect.
All right. You know what? It's on you for now. And I will look to the rest of them and say, so what is it that you brought us here for?
Well, and this is Nimue speaking. Nimue is beautiful. She has porcelain skin. She looks like a doll. Eyes of unearthly blue and dark, dark hair that looks like moonlight over a lake. And she is the lady of the lake. So this makes sense. Well, thank you, Night Huang, for providing a little bit of what I needed. Saves me some time. Baylor is dead. Baylor is the king of the Fomorians. He is the one who gave power to Vortigern, who in turn abused that power, which ended up with the creation of the Frethith 1400 years ago. He is was imprisoned in the Fey realms, monitored by Cat Shi and the others, kept at bay.
Isn't that a good thing?
No.
Ah, well.
Baylor's power was taken from him upon the moment of death. We believe the Shadow King has just become quite a bit more powerful. Beyond whatever mortal inheritance they may have from their Fey ancestry. They are not fully human, I can tell you that. And we suggested all of you to the Lady Angarat as knights to hunt them down because all of you have become so very close to them. And it felt appropriate to find them using people who were already nearby. You reek of petrichor knights. So tell me, drop a little blood in the pool, and let us find the true face of the Shadow King, for they have tainted you with their magic. And she is staring at Avery.
Do I catch that?
I mean, yeah, everybody is.
Okay, I'm just making sure because Jack is validated in this moment. And I will actually, before I do it, there's a glance to Titania.
What are you imparting with that glance to your grandmother?
It's a it's not a questioning of the it's not a questioning of what was said. It's more of a like, I won't, this won't have weird consequences later on, right? Type of look.
She just gives you a nod.
I'm gonna. I don't know if this is necessarily a swing big, but this is a thing that I think Jax has been trying to do ever since Dragon Form TM. So I'm gonna try to do a partial shift with my hand and just make that a dragon clawed hand, so that I can cut my other hand to bleed into the thing.
I'm not going to make you roll for that. You can do that. You're in control of your powers enough to do that.
Lovely. So yeah, you all just see his hand shift to a purple scaled claw, which he takes in, slices his hand and drips it into the water.
What about the other two of you?
It's a single drop, not too much.
Yeah.
Avery is still not looking at Nimue. Can feel her gaze, but is not looking at her. I glance at. Oh God! I think I turn to Carlisle and very quietly say, "Do you really think we all have to do this?"
If I were going to hazard a guess as to who specifically had to.
Are the two of you hesitating any longer?
Oh yeah. Avery is, for sure.
Okay.
In exchange for a drop of my blood, Your Majesty, what are you willing to offer me?
I've already told you. We're going to find out who this person is once and for all before they gain too much power. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is there any hesitation? Do you continue? Yes or no? Right now, the two of you, do you continue to hesitate?
My bad. Carlisle. Avery does not. Avery hesitates.
Okay.
Carlisle doesn't care, I don't think. Will just sort of bite their hand as hard as they can and let the blood drip.
Avery hesitates. Dueling.
I got confused. Nope, that's a fail. That was a 2.
Mark of Peril. I'm not going to make you roll for it because it's fine. You feel, before you even see what happens, both Catchy and the other one digs claws into the back of your throat and leans you into the back of your neck and leans you over the pool. And then you realize it's Catchy who's got you by the throat and Morgan who's got you by the hands. And a single claw goes along your jawline and black Icarus blood drips into the pool. And then they release you and return to their places next to the pool. And Nimue nods. Thank you for your contributions. And the pool begins to glow, unless you want to say something real quick.
I mean, if it's black ichor that comes out of his face, I think Jax is going to swing big here for real this time.
On who?
You know who. On the person bleeding black ichor. And he will say quietly, not under his breath, but just like in a whisper of like rage almost, "Wild purple fire summer night, and I will transform. Explain yourself, Avery."
Before we let that happen, the pool does begin to glow, and I think it distracts all of you. And Nimue's eyes begin to match the glow. And the only way I can describe this to you all is like it's looking into a palantir in Lord of the Rings. All of you start seeing moments where you have been up close and personal to the Shadow King. And I need everyone to make vigor or etiquette rolls.
We're going with vigor.
Okay. I want to give everybody a shot at this, so.
No, we're going with the purple die because Fae time. It's Fae time. That's a 6.
Without explaining too much, there is a desperation in Avery.
Mm-hmm.
This is all, without explaining too much. There's a desperation in Avery. He blindly reaches out to that connection and says, "Help me," but he doesn't know what he's doing. That is not a conscious thought. That is not something that he thinks this is intentional.
Wow.
It is a blind desperation. And I'm still gonna I do with that whatever you want, Cass. But
wild things are happening.
I rolled a 4, which is my hero, but does not succeed either of those skill checks.
I got a 2 on etiquette, so I think I got it.
Okay. 8 on vigor.
JT, is that your first mark of peril? Is it the first roll you failed? I forget.
Failed? Were the honors failures? Do those count?
Oh, you're still in your
I'm still transformed.
Hero. You're still that was your hero with a 4. Never mind.
Yeah. That's what I was I don't know if it counts or not.
Cool. Yeah, it counts. You are transformed. So everybody passed? Is that what I'm hearing?
Sounds like it, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to narrate this, and we're going to go to break. I got to think of how I'm going to formulate this in my head because I'm doing this on the fly. Thank you, Kian. You changed what I was going to do. Okay. Flashes of a creature in the shadows, a humanoid form, pass across this mirrored surface of the contained lake. That Nimue controls. She, with her hand, swishes through visions, memories, all through your eyes. These are instances where the four of you saw the Shadow King but did not know their face, did not know who they were. And as you are seeing Nimue cycle through, you are seeing similar faces over and over and over again in these moments. Robin Goodfellow, Aoife Fitzroy, Rosetta Fitzroy, Alice Fitzroy, Lisbeth, Owen, Robert, all of the siblings of the House of Gwynedd, the heirs to the throne. Charlotte, but Charlotte dies, and then Leopold, but Leopold disappears from these images. You then realize that the Shadow King is never alone. There are two others with them. The creature of leaves and vines that stands on their right hand, and on their left, still you do not know their face, but an armored version of them appears, and they look like a harlequin. Not like Harley Quinn, but like your old school jester. Commedia dell'arte, the patterns, and this figure whips their head up as the Shadow King whispers something to them across all of these visions. And this harlequin reaches into a holster on their arm, and it looks like they draw a long, slim piece of wood, but on a normal human, it would be more of a staff. And you realize it is a wand. This is a caster of some sort, someone who wields their magic with a focus like this. And the wand points up through the vision towards you, Avery, and then over to Nimue. And just before the vision is rent asunder, and all of you are drenched in boiling hot water, you see Prince Owen taking a vial, a potion from this figure who is in Harlequin, and they seem to know each other, and Owen seems unaware that he is staring at someone in armor, and you realize he's not. Whoever he is looking at is not in armor. They are the person, and as this boiling water splashes all of you, trying to blind you from this image, you see the face of Isabeau as Owen knocks back this potion and begins to transform. And that's where we're going to get a break!
You.
Anyway, everybody go handle your liquids, take care of what you need to take care of. We're gonna be back in about, let's try for 10 minutes because I want to get right into it as soon as we get back. So yeah, we'll see you soon. questioned it.
Nobody
No
else
one
touched it.
bothered to
No.
question
He
it.
didn't focus on it because he didn't die.
Bananas.
He wasn't
No.
dead, so we had other things on our plate at the time.
It didn't
We had
feel
another
important. It didn't feel important to
extra
question.
murder.
It didn't feel important to question that there was another attempted murder on a royal
Do
family
you
member.
think Jax
Y'all didn't think to
LaFay?
follow up on that.
Do you think Jax LaFay has the brain power?
Just the poisoning so that they could
Also-
heal.
Hey,
But
my
also,
lovelies.
immediately
I am
after, he
put.
was like, "You have
Stop talking. Anyway, hello. We're back, everybody. Sorry if that hurt in your headphones. My players are just figuring out how mean I really am and how much they have forgotten to ask me.
kids." Jax Daniel LaFay.
Jack Daniel LaFay. Anyway, we pick up on the image that we left on of one Prince Owen, recently recovered from a poisoning attempt in Scotland, being handed a potion from what appears, because of the magics involved, to is at first to be a Harlequin guardian, a knight who has been standing at the left hand of the Shadow King. And all of these images you have seen of them, the Shadow King, of course, cloaked in armor of shadow this whole time. And they drew a wand and cut this image, apparently at the behest of the Shadow King, who received a message from Avery asking for help. And the Shadow King, peering in, of course, saw that they were about to be discovered and cut the connection again, a little more violently this time. Boiling water splashed in your face. But the Harlequin, the left hand of the Shadow King, was revealed to be one Isabeau, the mother of Jax's children. So that is the image we come back to, all of you being splashed with boiling hot water. That Nimue raises a hand and instantly cools into this beautiful sculpture of ice that steams before you, before it all melts and draws back down into the pool at the wave of her hand. Well, we did not find the Shadow King, but it seems we found a general. Who is that woman?
That would be Isabeau. Apprentice to...
The Kalik, yes. A witch. Most
The very
powerful.
I suppose that lines up with information that I have.
What is that?
I'm not sure how it lines up yet, but rumor has it, Jax, that she slept with you for information about Avalon.
About what? Titania flares draconic smoke out of her nostrils, hearing that.
I told her nothing of Avalon. I barely even knew about it myself. I was 18 at the time.
I can attest to that. He knew nothing. Well,
I'm gonna. Is Nuwada up there or still over there?
what do you mean? He's standing across from Titania. He's still there.
Cool. So he brought us here and then took a place up there.
Yeah. He's
He's
standing next to the Morrigan.
That determined if I was going to walk over to him or not, and I can't because there's a river between us. But
it's a pond. It is a little bricked in little courtyard pond. Okay, it's maybe 20 foot across.
You know what? I don't think Jax cares. I was gonna question and say if I if I would do this, but I don't think he cares at the moment. I think there's too much anger in his body, and so I will jump over the pond. I am transformed, so I will leap over the pond over to Nuada, not aggressively, but definitely very intently, and I will say, "Take me back."
I would love to, but pats you on the cheek. I could only get through those wards by the skin of my teeth, so none of you are going back to the palace, which is another reason I grabbed Dookie over there.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. To be clear, to clarify, for my sanity, we were in a castle that Fae are kept out of on purpose by the Shadow King. Away from our hold on, away from our duty to talk to this woman to learn the identity of the Shadow King, and you can't even bring us back to do anything about it?
First, not castle, big grand house. Second, yes. And third, yes.
Then teach me how to do it myself.
That would take centuries. The Shadow King and his generals have eaten power out of the corpse of a dead Fey god. So, unless the four of you are thinking of slaughtering a god anytime soon to match that power, you fucked.
She has my children. I have to get back.
And Nuada starts to say something flippant again. And you're realizing why the rest of the Fae don't really let him out among people very often. He doesn't get mortals and their concerns. This means nothing to him. Except that Baylor is dead and that's a problem. But Nimue glides over across the water and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let us check on your children. And that will create an order of operations, because the prince was being given a potion. The Lady Isabeau is the left hand of the Shadow King, etc., etc. Your hand, please.
Give it.
She squeezes another drop of blood out of the cut you made, and it hits the pool. And you see the Shadow King and their two generals, and at their feet are your children. And they're looking up at the figures, and Isabeau, the one in Harlequin armor, is knelt before the Shadow King. You can't hear what they're saying, but you see her nod, gather the children close, kiss them on the tops of their heads, and then the creature you all have seen before, the one of leaves and vines, takes the children by the hands and walks away with them.
I think what follows seeing that is uncontrollable rage from Jax. I think he kind of blacks out. and I don't know what's going. I'm going to leave it up for interpretation for what's about to happen. Because
You
I don't even know if he knows what he's gonna do right now.
I think that starts to happen, and you feel yourself literally dragged away from your anger internally. And a clawed hand, is on your chest. And the eyes of your grandmother are there when you feel this anger recede into a tight ball in your chest. Do not allow your anger to control you.
I just got grandmother. I just found out about them, and now she's giving them to some monster, to some murderer. I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill them all.
Breathe. It does not control you. You control it. I would like to know. We see 3. You, Huang. Another drop. I would like to know where the Lady Alice is.
And Chin is gonna bow towards the pool, and where he's cut open, he very callously just pulls at it, letting it doesn't matter how much, just
Okay.
pour down.
Those marks are going to scar now.
He deserves it.
The blood hits the pool. Nimwe's eyes flash, directing you the close connection you and Alice have to get eyes on Alice, and you find her slumped against her bedroom door. And it looks like she's in armor, and she has transformed, and it looks like she has scored marks into the door, trying to get out. And she's crying.
And Chin is gonna look to Nuada. If you can't bring us back, how do we go?
He looks at Oberon. And Oberon... Chin, is Alice the most attractive person in the world to him?
Yeah.
When you look at Oberon, you see Alice. But it's not her. It's not her eyes. It's not her demeanor. She doesn't carry herself this way, but that you see her.
I think Chin winces instinctively now, seeing her, knowing what he's done.
Well, my great-granddaughter is a crafty young woman. Great-great-grand... It's confusing. I have too many children. I wouldn't worry about Alice. I can get her out. I know the matters of mortals are not as concerning to you, cousins. And he looks over at Katshi, the Morgan, Nuada. But that power has been given to only 2 of the figures I saw. And all of you make etiquette rolls.
Oh, Fey die. See me through. Nope, that's a 7.
Mark of peril and roll for it, please.
That's a 2 by JT.
I'm gonna use my juice.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
That's a 2 for Avery.
Okay.
Should I use my queen's favorite for this? I might.
You might want to hold on to that.
I won't then.
I failed again.
I got another
Mark of
7.
peril. Okay, both of you roll your mark of peril rolls.
No,
Let
I
me
know I
know
got a
if you-
7 for rolling the mark of peril thing.
Oh, okay, you're good.
I failed my mark of peril roll.
Oh, rip.
Chin, you are transfixed by the dual images of Alice in this section of the lake that Nimue controls, and also of Oberon as Alice, and it is starting to. You lose yourself, and your teammates will have to drag you back into whatever happens next because you are lost in your own guilt. You have the vapors mechanically. You all consider Oberon's words and realize that when you saw the three figures, Isabeau did not carry that sheen of dark, oily iridescence in what she was doing. Only the figure of Leaves and Vines and the Shadow King themselves had that sliminess to them. And I think you realize that it means just the two of them killed Baelor and took his power. So what do you want to do next, guys?
How did they know?
What?
Interrupted an active vision. I assume that that's not typically a result of that.
No, but the Shadow King has interrupted my visions before.
You mean to imply that he knows what he's being spied on?
Not always. But enough to protect his face at all times.
To interrupt it
Anyway.
like that.
That was new.
Boiling water was a little refreshing, to be honest.
Yes.
All right. So, what now? You give us this information, we figured out who, at least somewhat, is involved. But if we can't go back,
Oh,
what
you
the hell
can go
is all this
back.
for?
You just cannot go back to Buckingham House. And I don't believe that is going to be a problem. And she waves her hand, and you see a towering monster rising up over the streets of London, heading down the Mall into the more populated areas. I believe Prince Owen needs your assistance.
It's been a long time since we busted out these. All right. Team. Shall we go?
You're lucky I'm already riled up.
So am I. Avery Shin. Let's go. Open a portal, will you? I'm saying this to one of them, one of the big people. I don't care who at this point. I'm just saying it.
Yeah. So Nuada grins and with his left hand of silver slices the air open and just peels it back. This will get you where you need to go. Have fun!
Step through.
Carlisle follows pretty quickly.
Someone needs to throw Chin through, I think.
Yeah.
I think my hand will come back in.
Just scruff him and pull. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Avery looks at Nimue and says, "I'm sorry," and then walks through the portal.
You hear a faint, "It's okay, child. You chose well."
Doesn't feel right.
Carlisle goes through. Jax pulls Chin through. Jax goes through first. The portal closes behind you, and Leopold, who also witnessed all of this, is slumped in a chair. I think I do want to go home and become king of the Belgians. I think it is time for me to go. Does anyone have parchment and a quill? And Cat Shi produces, and you watch him start penning a letter to Carlisle. But we're going to cut over. And I don't know how many of you watched the original Power Rangers series, the American version, obviously. And as I knock my camera over trying to adjust it, because I should never touch this thing while midstream, but I did it, and now I'm regretting that decision. Oh, my head is like gone. Fuck.
You got this.
There we go. Hello, Raiders! Thank you. We are playing Sentai and Sensibility tonight. I just dropped a lot of lore on my players. They're processing. We're going to process it with a fight. You all drop onto the Mall. And for those of you who don't know, the Mall is like the main thoroughfare leading up to what would more famously become Buckingham Palace. Later in the century, it is still Buckingham House at the moment. And it is, when you see like carriage rides that the royal family takes up to Buckingham Palace, it's the big boulevard leading up. And if you watch the original Power Rangers series, one thing that always horrified me as a child was the Bloom of Doom. I'm gonna let all of my players Google that real quick. Actually, I'm just gonna drop a picture in the chat. Imagine it 15 stories tall, kaiju sized, walking down the Mall in Regency London, and standing atop of it at the topmost bloom is Isabeau in full Harlequin armor, and you know that this creature is in fact Prince Owen of the House of Gwyneth.
Oh gosh, that's gross. Just look at
it. Yeah, I told you it was gross. Horrified me as a child.
Yeah, I can see why.
I hate this fucking job.
Yeah, you know.
So, by my count, the only people who are transformed right now are Carlisle and Jax. Chin, you have just been shaken out of the vapors. You are in a new scene, so you may re-enter. And Avery, you got a cryptic message from Queen Nimue as you stepped through this portal that was opened for you. What are you gonna do, guys?
All right, I guess we got to stop that. Is that the prince? That's gross.
I think Chin is like shaking off his grogginess as he's like, "Stop what?"
That.
This is just a distraction, right? We can agree on that?
It has to be, but either way, it is still a danger to the people.
Yeah. Well, let's make this fast then.
I'm ready.
So I need to know before we get started. Are all of you summoning your mecha for this fight?
It has to happen.
Go!
I got a 15 story tall beast. I ain't doing this with a flintlock pistol.
Well,
Iconic.
everybody tell me how you, for those of you who have not already transformed, and for those of you who have, tell me what you do to summon your mecha and what they look like. Let's start with Carlisle.
For Carlisle's mic, I haven't thought about this. I gotta be honest, I don't know that I planned on Carlisle ever actually summoning this, but I also didn't think we'd be fighting a 15-story beast.
Oh, please. You gave me an opportunity to put a kaiju in a game, and I'm going to put a kaiju in a game.
I think Carlisle takes out their flintlock pistol. It is still ticking, as it is wont to do, like a clock. And they pull a small piece off of it, and they blow into it, and a pitch that is not hearable by human ears is called upon as the ticking continues to get louder and louder and louder, and from some non-line of sight direction comes a horse whose hooves are like the ticking of a clock instead of the beating of hooves. A big metal stallion. Charlotte's one of Charlotte's hobbies was horseback riding, and so it was something that Carlisle always enjoyed doing with her. And so their machina is a clockwork horse. And as it comes riding, Carlisle just does a leap into the air, and they land atop it as they go riding into battle.
Okay. Are you atop the horse or are you inside the horse? Because, buddy, let me tell you, I will take advantage of you being squishy.
On top of the horse until we do the big one.
Okay. Sure. All right, who is going to go next to describe their machina? I will fucking pick somebody.
I got something.
There you go.
Okay, Chin has yet to transform, and so I think that he's gonna get a little running start. He takes his key out. And as he starts to run, he has the key in front of him. And as always, he turns it and steps through a doorway. And this time he's very, very high up in the air. I would say likely amongst the clouds. There are no fellow birds alongside him now. Through this, he spreads his arms, and those deep brown feathers appear again. The helmet and beak appear again. And as he thinks, it's been a while since I've done this. He retracts the feathers, the wings that he would be using to fly, because each time he has done this, he can't rely on a backup plan. He can't rely on the safety of knowing that he could glide his way out. He has to risk death in order to summon his machina. And as he retracts those feathers, as he reaches the pinnacle of his ascent, that is when he starts to piece together. He takes these feathers, he starts to piece them into a pattern of long, skinny legs, a pattern of a feathery breast, of wings, of a little tail feather, of a long beak, of a fairly small head. And as he's piecing these together, drawing with these feathers in midair, they're starting to materialize. You see a white breast, you see blue, a deep blue in the wings that darken as you get towards the tail. On the head, you see black like the hair on Chin's head. And from the head of this machine, you see a red beak extend out. And I would say that as he's drawing, as he's painting this thing into existence, he's continuing to plummet. He's getting close to the ground. But this is the pressure that's needed in order for him to succeed. And as he reaches maybe about 50 feet off is when he finishes with the legs. And then he closes his eyes and he reaches out for the controls, believing that they'll be there, believing that all he has to do is pull back. And as he does, you all hear a loud caw sound. And ripping a hole through, unlike the doors that he had that were always neat angled, you would see just a beak poke out, and then feathers, and then up in the skies, you see this Arctic tern machina descend alongside Carlisle. I'm ready.
Jax will give a look to Avery and it'll be a quick, are you in or out of this? You've been awful quiet.
Avery, Jax is paying attention. Avery adjusts their gloves so that their Agumon, their bracelet, is where they want it to be. And I think in that motion, Jax would probably see a little bit of the dark veins underneath the gloves, in between the gloves and the wrist of their jacket. Avery is not looking at Jax whenever they do this. They are looking at their Agumon. But they look down at it for a second and they look up and they say, I took an oath. I'm in.
Let's do it. And then I will. With my my ring, I pull up. It's on my finger still, which is like what I use to transform. It will spread out fire across me, and I will turn into my dragon form. And from that dragon form, there will, weirdly enough, not fire, but lava starts to fall from my mouth and onto the ground, and quickly it spreads out, and quickly, almost like the sea of lava is in front of us, and I close my mouth and speak the words, "Come to me, my Leviathan." And a rumbling from the ground will spread out and be felt by everybody as this large mechanical beast comes. Oh, is it mechanical? I don't think it's mechanical. No, it's not. It is a good time. So it comes out and shoots out of the ground from the lava forming around it, which then it becomes a mechanical beast, and cools them. It turns into this purpley iridescent metal, and this long-bodied serpent-like dragon leviathan spews fire into the air, and I jump into said fire and down its mouth and into the cockpit. Purple Knight reporting for duty.
And that just leaves you, Avery.
Despite what they said to Jax, Avery goes to transform and it does not work because at first they are still using the color Wisteria when they are speaking. And it takes a second for them to remember that their armor is no longer that color. So eventually, I've already lost it. Fuck. What do we say? What do we say?
I believe in you. They're like
I
black.
got it. Calculating Ivory, Earth, Winter, Night. And the transformation takes over them. It's still the pointed ears, it's still sharp edges, but it takes over them. But they start to run, and they are running full speed when these leathery-like wings burst from their back, and the flying fox bat, the golden crowned flying fox that their machina takes the shape of, claws its way out of Avery's own back. And I think, Cass, if you'll allow me, there is a bit of a residual oil slick residue in some places as this is happening that I think Avery doesn't necessarily see, but they know it's there. They know what's happening. And this bat creature pulls itself wings first out of Avery's back, and continues to grow and expand. And Avery has to run because this thing is taking off with or without him. That's always been the way that it is. This creature is as much Avery's companion as it is its own sentient being that Avery is just lucky enough to run alongside with. And he dodges the claws that go to grab at him because that is its preferred method of transportation, and Avery would like to actually be able to use his hands and see. So dodges the claws and sort of has to swing back around and climb his way onto the back of this giant bat, this ethereal. It's a little blurred at the edges. It's a little bit shadowy and whispery at the edges in a way that it always has been, but feels darker than usual now. But it is it almost looks too like almost hyper realistic in its shape and its appearance. And Avery climbs onto the back of it and takes to the skies.
Same chat, same. All of you summon your machina. And they are not necessarily mechs. It is 1816, so, we loosey-goosey here. But you summon your machina, and the creature that was Prince Owen comes to a stop before you, and atop it is the Harlequin. And for those of you who are into Warhammer 40k, and I've put this in chat for you guys, atop of it stands Isabeau, hood drawn back, her face on display. Hello, lover and friends. Took you so very long to figure it all out.
Hello, Raiders.
I have issues.
You have
personally
issues?
right now because Jax hates her right now, but she looks so hot. I'm conflicted.
Oh yeah, no, she is hot. That's why she was able to coerce you into yeah.
But Jax will reply and say, Isabeau, where are my children?
with their great grandfather.
I'll kill you.
You will
Get him
try?
back.
No.
Leviathan strikes out. I think it spews a breath of fire towards
Okay.
this big old thing here.
So, because we have not fought with the Machina yet, I hope everybody has the PDF open. You
I
should
do.
be page. I don't remember if the attacks are listed with the Machina pages. They are not. So, this book is a little weirdly laid out sometimes. You want page 60. To start with the Magnus Aegis and the Strike ad infinitum. These are things you can do. Yeah. So just kind of look through there. Dynamic strikes, all these things. You need to roll dueling for me, please.
I will. Oh no. I'm gonna go with the black die because why not? That is a 4. Which barely makes it. It's the very bottom tier one you need.
So I think you shoot out this gout of flame, and the reason it is such a low success is because you try to pull back at the last instant, because this creature that looks like demented calla lilies that have been warped and turned into black oil slick. The calla lilies are the flowers of funerals, and this is a walking dead man dripping his own death. And you, in your anger, shoot fire at Isabeau, who leaps off and behind this creature who instinctually is commanded to protect her, and it takes some damage. And that is one success. But you remember that it is Prince Owen in there, and that you probably do want to save his life. I mean, he's kind of an innocent being in all of this. He's just a little guy.
But I will say after that, I can't attack. It'll hurt Owen too much. We should form up, everybody. Ready?
Are you guys gonna do the thing? Are you gonna do the thing?
Yeah, if it'll be the fastest way.
Are you gonna do the thing? You're gonna do the thing.
Carlisle, Avery, we have to make a decision right now.
Avery drops out of the sky on their machina. This bat-like creature, sort of doing that crawl that bats will do, lands next to Jax. I'll follow your lead for now.
Carlisle.
What choice do we have? That thing's huge.
It's time to form the Colossus. Ready?
All right, you guys. Tell me first whose mech takes the head of the Colossus?
Not Avery. Say that much.
I think these would all be an interesting head. You're like a dragon, horse, bat, or a bird. It's gonna be fun.
I think Carlisle makes the most sense because Carlisle is not a fighter.
Okay. So, as your mechs start to transform into one, how would I describe this? And you guys tell me whether or not you want to make some changes.
Yeah, do it.
You have these 4 very disparate creatures, 3 that fly, 1 that doesn't. The horse canters up and begins to shift and change, and this almost chess piece knight figure becomes the head, the torso of this colossus you all are building. And Carlisle, do you still carry a gun in mech form?
Yes. Carlisle's gun does not fold away when the horse arrives.
So this knight, instead of being armed with a sword, pulls a rifle through as in its right arm and locks into place as first 1, then 2, then 3, then 4 wings pull from its back. 2 legs, both dragon legs, standing firm upon the ground as bat wings and a mix of dragon and tern wings take over the back, and the left arm is Avery's sword. How does that sound, guys?
Sounds like a horrible Adeptus Mechanicus beast.
It's my favorite. I love it.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Okay. So you all summon the Colossus. You all are shifted together into the cockpit. How would you like to be arranged in the cockpit of this Colossus, which is in, like, let's call it a little triangle, like, pattern?
I feel like in fun Sentai fashion, Power Ranger-esque fashion, I feel like who's ever like in the like captain chair changes for whoever's more like into whoever has more to lose or anything here in the combat. So I feel like Jax is in the middle this time because everybody else is like, we'll follow you, Jax, this time. So I feel like he's there.
Okay. Who wants the... I mean, Avery's going to get the left arm. Carlo will get the right arm. You will be controlling the rest of it, Matt, with Chen.
Sounds good. Let's
All
go.
Right. Felt appropriate. Anyway, you have scored 1 good hit on this creature. And it whips back a big old tentacle arm. Ew. Whack. I need you guys to roll footwork for me.
Do we all roll for this, or is it like a...
You all roll. I'm counting it as a single group check. You are looking for at least 3 successes.
Gotcha.
You're not gonna believe what I rolled on my 4 options die.
You rolled your fucking hero, didn't you?
It's a 25% chance. Statistically, I am the most likely to roll.
It's true. It's true. I think it even says in the book, it's like the premier will most likely roll hero the most.
I got 4 options, Cass.
I got a 5. I got a big old 5 here.
I got a 5.
I also got my hero, baby.
Hey.
Okay, so we will let Matt and JT narrate how you guys dodge this tentacle together.
I think I leave that to Matt. Chin is the more graceful of the two between Carlisle and Chin.
Okay, I do think that it'll have to be, since it's a big old tentacle arm, maybe a little combo of like Chin controlling like the wings and the legs to adjust our movement pattern so that we end up like sliding underneath and squatting with the legs so that we're able to maneuver downward. And maybe a little parry action from Carlisle's controls.
I think that makes sense. I think getting a grab off on this thing so that they can the other two can come in swinging.
Okay. That's 1 success, which is good. They are cumulative. There is a counter that you guys have to hit to beat this thing. We're going to aim to beat it before the end of session tonight so that you can fight Isabeau next time.
Believe in us.
Yeah. Okay, so it whacks you with the tentacle. Who's directing the Colossus to go next? What are we doing here? Tell me what you're up to.
So we've parried and dodged away from the tentacle.
Mhm.
I think Jax will.
I'm going to pause you there. What's the name of your Colossus? I forgot to ask.
Thank you. This is a. What are y'all thinking? Don't everybody speak at once.
Everybody's thinking. That's a hard thing to decide.
All I'm thinking is like funny stuff, which is not great.
Yeah, the first thing that popped in my head was Monster Mayhem.
Not a single one of you have a pig mech. Are you fucking kidding me?
Listen, it's a fun
That's
time.
really fucking funny.
Rip.
I'm listening.
Hey, look, Monster Mayhem does sound good, so why not?
That feels like we're buying the first and most convenient thing.
I'll let you. I tell you what. I'll let you think about it. You guys chat amongst yourselves about it, and then tell me by the end of session what is Jax directing the mech to do as you guys dodge this tentacle.
Cool beans. I think I'm trying to direct it to suplex.
Oh, nice.
Because we're already squatting. All it takes is a pivot and a grab and a hoist. And I'm a hussar. What do you expect from me? I'm one of the fighters of the group.
I need everybody to roll vigor.
All right.
I'm taking these as group checks. Just to remind you, you cannot take acts of valor. You cannot take marks of peril while you're in the Colossus. So if you fail, it's not a big deal.
That's a
Individually, I mean. Okay, that's a pass.
That's a 2. I can't pass this.
No, you cannot. I mean, no.
If I in honor would have,
yeah,
I guess, but
yeah,
I got honor. I rolled a 1.
I also have honor.
Okay, Jax.
The dice want this.
The dice do want this. Okay, so to be clear, Avery's the only one who passed this on their own.
But the rest of us are just kind of like, we're gonna do it anyway.
We've never had to be a team before.
Avery, tell me how you take control away from Jax long enough to make this work.
Jax is moving with all of the grace of a bull in a china shop right now, with all of that rage driving him. And I think Avery is just like, you know how whenever a little kid gets too close to banging their head on something and you put your hand in between their head and the wall and you just kind of catch it and just you let your hand get squished. I think Avery is kind of doing that with the controls. Like I'm letting my hand get squished a little bit. I'm just guiding Jax enough to be able to actually do this, but I'm not trying to control the rage. I'm just trying to direct it into a productive direction so that we can get this accomplished. So when Jax goes to suplex and what would be an overstep on the Colossus's part, Avery is the one who reins in the controls and guides the footing back to where it needs to be, so we're on stable ground to be able to do that. But lets Jax takes over for all of the rage to actually drive this thing into the ground.
Okay. So you guys flip it over. That is barely a success. It
I feel like the honor counts. It counts good.
it rolls as it goes and tries to kick your legs out from under you. Footwork from everybody, please.
My foot does work.
Success for Avery.
I rolled my hero.
I also rolled my hero, Kaz.
I got
I'll
a
remind you, I have
success.
4 choices.
Hero, honor, or not are Carlisle's choices. Yeah.
That's true. For most of these, it is just roll your hero, your honor, or don't.
So, 2 heroes, a success, and then Matt, I missed what you said. I'm so sorry.
I also got a success.
So everybody succeeds. Great. You guys bunny hop over an acid-coated foot as it tries to disintegrate the feet of your mech out from under you. I'm very sad about that. That's another success. Fuck me, I guess. Okay. Tell me what you do to my poor little Prince Owen in flower form now.
Oh, is that it? Oh no! This is
No, you're still fighting. I'm gonna be thinking about like what you're gonna do for the Magnus Aegis because you will get to a point here soon where you get to throw a shot at him. So like, who wants to do what to Flower Boy next? I never get to have fun with my monsters.
Oh, sorry,
It doesn't help that this is a game where you don't roll dice.
I know. It's all on you.
Oh no!
Oh no! Cass, come back. We're sorry.
I didn't even touch my desk. It just fell.
Think about it this way: the fight with Isaba is gonna go so bad.
Oh yeah, it really is. Like you get fucked.
We're wasting all the good rolls. Who's going next? I believe 2 of us have won already.
Yeah.
Gun.
Gun, you're gonna shoot my baby boy?
I'm gonna shoot the monster around him.
No, he is the monster. He is the monster.
We can't kill him, but
Avery's only idea
we
is
gotta damage him.
so
Yeah, so it's
we
Avery's on board. Yeah.
We have to.
I think Carlisle turns to everyone and is like, "Do you think we're gonna power of friendship this one out, or?"
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
I don't think we can reach him in there.
Dueling from everyone, please.
It's time to up the pole at your boy.
It's a fail from Avery.
Yes.
The fail.
Yes!
That's a 1.
God damn it!
I got a 7.
It's still not a success because 3 of you needed to succeed. So that is a fail.
Rip.
So, Carlisle, tell me how you miss.
I think the trigger gets pulled. There's a delay. Carlisle processes that so many members of this guy's family have died because of this situation, and there's just a sort of last minute yank up from the arm wielding the gun, and it just sort of goes off into the sky.
Okay, cool. We're shooting bullets into civilian locations of the city. That's great. We love to see that.
I am not a healthy man.
Giant bullets, like the size of a car, probably.
Huge buckshot.
And Jax will look over at Carlisle and just say, "It's because you hesitated. It's because you hesitated." Yes, continue.
So, my good friends, the flower creature that is Prince Owen gets up on its knees, leans forward, and shoots a cloud of Icarus spores at you. Everybody make footwork rolls.
That's nasty.
That is nasty.
It's a success for Avery.
I rolled my honor.
A normal
for
success.
Chin. Yeah.
A regular normal success.
Okay, you dodge the worst of the spores, but everybody make a vigor roll because some of them still do get into the cockpit.
Oh, come on.
It's an honor for Avery.
That's a failure for me.
Fail for
That is
Chin.
an honor for Carlisle, which is a failure. But it's an honorable failure.
The next move you make will be a disadvantage.
Oh, no.
I have to slow you down somehow. You
That's
have
fair.
5 successes against this thing, in which case I will tell you you need 3 more to beat it. So, what do you guys do next? Whomst is doing what?
Avery, the arm is still extended that shot out all of the spores. And Avery sidesteps and thinks about Jax's fight with Leopold, and I'm gonna swing to take that arm off.
Everybody roll dueling for me.
At disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Big pointers from Jackson walking down LaFay.
That's a success for Avery.
I rolled a 3 and a 4.
I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Fail from Chin too.
This is a fail. What stops Avery from taking that arm?
Avery goes to swing, and I think Avery's vision is clouded over with shadow for a moment, and the sword, it ends up over rotating so that the flat edge of the flat side of the sword is what ends up hitting the arm itself. So it's still a strike, but it's not going to chop. That's not chopping anything off.
Okay.
And by the time Avery is able to clear his vision, the opportunity has passed.
The vision doesn't just come over you of shadow, but everybody sees the shadow block their vision because the Harlequin that is Isabeau has leapt onto the head of your mech and is staring down into the cockpit at all 4 of you. No, no, no. You must be a little faster than that. And then leaps back off.
Isabeau.
We need to agree on what we're doing to this thing.
Knock him out. No lethal.
Everybody make a footwork roll because it is swinging a fist at you first.
Disadvantage still or normal?
It's normal now. It's a normal. Okay, so 1 fail.
Hero.
Got a success.
Success.
Footwork?
Yes.
Or did I succeed? I got a 3.
Okay. You dodge the punch, and then how are you retaliating against Prince Owen?
If I may, here, I think it's a nice slip to the side, and with the left hand, an uppercut right to the solar plexus. Yeah.
Nice. A nice southpaw to the solar plexus. Got it.
Yeah.
So you literally like one hand punch, like the short punch to the solar plexus, and he concaves back. And as he concaves back, vines whip out again and try to clap over the ear, what would be the ears of the mech to jostle you inside the cockpit. Everybody make footwork or dueling rolls for me.
Ooh, I'll go with dueling because I have a better chance at that.
Success on footwork.
1.
Success on dueling.
2.
I got an honor.
Also got an honor.
Fuck me. Okay. Okay, claps over. You guys reach up and block this. Tell me what you are going to do to try and take it out.
I have one. I
Go
have an
for it.
idea. So the vines come out. We grab them and we pull this thing into a headbutt because Jack said non-lethal.
All right. You headbutt it. That will be dueling or vigor from everybody, please.
The success.
I
Cass,
fail.
Cass, I love you.
Well, everybody talked at once. I heard success from Avery. I heard fail from Matt. It's Chin. Well,
Fail from
fail.
Jack. I got a 2.
Hero.
Gotta think. Because that hero should do something. It is the final hit to knock it into strike at infinitum. You headbutt this creature. At first, it doesn't look like it did anything. But which one of you takes over? No, let me rephrase. Carlisle, you take control of the mech as a whole because you see buried down inside it tendrils of vines going down his throat and into his arms and legs. Owen, you see the prince strung up, T-posed out. And you reach in and you rip him free of this creature. You don't know if he's alive. You don't know if he's dead. But the creature is still moving. So what do the four of you summon as a weapon to burn it to the ground? You already have a sword and you already have a rifle, but you each have your own individual weapons. So what do you create together to destroy this thing?
I think Jack's. I think what happens is Jack's. We're still inside the mech, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think what happens is Jax kneels down onto the ground and opens his mouth. But he's like there's a vibe of like I need a little help here from everybody else. If you catch my drift. I'm setting this up to do something cool, y'all.
Okay. Get by with little helps from my friend starts playing in the background. How are you guys helping?
Carlisle catches the idea. We want to destroy this thing. Oh, it is safe now. And Carlisle uses loose gunpowder in their guns because they are flintlock. You have to cram that shit in there. And so in the mech just has crates of it and begins to just sort of dump it out in front of Jax.
Avery is very confused at first and looking at Jack starts to open his mouth too. It's like staring at Jax, catches on to what's going on. But I will help Carlisle stay the fuck out of the way.
Okay.
I think that what Chin is gonna do is he is going to ask Jax, where do you want it? Because he's gonna take his key out and he is going to unlock and try to set up a little portal for him to fire into.
Right at the face.
Face it is. And he'll unlock. You see a circle appear in thin air and then crack open. and then you see the face staring right at you.
Now inhale the gunpowder in like one big breath, and then spew fire. Spew fire from my mouth with the gunpowder mixed in.
As you spew fire, it breathed out into the cockpit of this mech, and it erupts out of this chess piece knight head and erupts into the face. It encompasses the whole of the creature, but Chin's portal ensures that it reaches the face or the heart of it. And you watch this thing melt into a massive pile of goo. And standing just on the edge of it, as the Colossus begins to dismantle itself, the mechs having done their duty. And the four of you watching her. Isabeau stands staff at the ready, grinning at all of you as she pulls her hood and mask open over her face, ready to fight. And that is where we're going to end tonight. Owen is, by the way, unconscious on the ground next to you. So
I probably could have set it up better with more like steam starts coming from his mouth, but it's fine.
we'll workshop it. Technically you guys are supposed to call out the name of that attack, but I didn't make you do that. I do want you to discuss the name of your mech, of your Colossus, and of your massive strike that you just did. So, and the name of the weapons. So
we'll say it's called Hellblaze, that move.
Okay. Hellblaze is a good one. I'm a fan. Okay. We're gonna say good night, everybody. We've gone through so much. So much. I'm sure I'm gonna get yelled at as soon as we hit the green room after this. But let's start with, we ended, I believe, with Avery on intro. So let's start with Avery for outros. Kian, tell us who you are and where we can find you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. I use any and all pronouns. You can find me at Uptight Chiffon. No dash, no hyphen anymore because I took that shit out because I was tired of saying it. What am I doing? I'm typically over on Entropy Emporium. I've got a couple of projects coming up down the line. This is my only active project right now, though. I didn't even pull up my calendar, so I don't know if that's true. If I'm forgetting a game, I'm so sorry. But I'm pretty sure this is my only active project right now. Everything else that I am working on is either on pause or in production, and I can't talk about it yet. Follow me on social media. That is where you will hear about my stuff first. I think I'm popcorning it over to Matt. I think it was Matt's turn next.
You pick where it goes. I don't care.
I think it's Matt's turn next.
Awesome. Thank you, Kian. My name is Matt. He, him. I was Chin. He, they. You can find me everywhere as Improv and RPG. And I'm excited. We got to do some Machina action, some Colossus action. Oh my gosh, this was awesome. And I will popcorn it over to Xtel.
I have emotions. I am Xtel. He, him. I've been playing Jax. Walk him down, LaFay. Jackson, walk him down. Put him on a T-shirt. Put him in a hashtag. Put him in a bio, LaFay. It's a whole thing. Anyway, he's got to kill the love of his life now, kind of.
Love of your life. You guys were together for like 3 weeks 7 years ago.
And that was the best 3 weeks of his. Not really.
Don't even lie.
But it's the closest thing to the love of his life he's ever gonna have, probably. Anyway, this is who I am. You can catch me here at Tales from the Table Studios, where I am the social media manager for here. This is what I do when I'm here. You can catch me on Sunder Skies, which is not this upcoming Sunday, but the Sunday after that. You can catch me on this Friday for Undunk My Character for Sanguine Scourge Anarchs, where I storytell the Anarch table, and they will be getting into some wild stuff. We're getting to the last few episodes of the season, so Inquisition stuff is going to happen to them. It's going to be great. You can catch me also on the Friday table for this table, which is not this Friday, but not this table, but the other table for this game, which is the other Friday after this one coming up, in which Jax did kill someone last session. So, and I'll kill again.
Old habits die hard.
You know,
Hey,
I thought young Jax would be the first one.
I do have to ask, did Grim show you the picture of the guy who told you to kill?
No.
You might ought to ask about that.
I will now because I was given a name. No, I was given one name of them. The other one did not want to give the name, but I don't remember if a description was given or if
I don't believe there was a description was given. You were just told they were a noble you've seen around town.
Yeah, it's a wild time.
I know.
I'm worried now that you bring this up. Anyway, you can catch me also on One Night at Ollie's 2 next Tuesday, I believe it is. Yeah, the 14th.
It is next Tuesday.
Where I will be joining the rest of the cast in a fun time where we get into some fun mayhem and weird horror, scary stuff with some probable animatronics stuff going on. So come on, I'm gonna play an asshole. So isn't that great? Anyway, also start playing werewolf game, vampire game. They're filling up. Come on by, hang out. I'm taking a long time here, and I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else that I can say or not. I won't. Instead, you can just follow me on the socials at Extra the King, and I'll pass it right back to. Why? I'm like, Carlisle, that's not your name. Pass it to JT.
This is disgusting, guys. We need to get our intro outro shit together. How about and start putting me where I belong, at the last, at the back, in the front. Anyway, I'm JT. I'm at WeebG all over the internet. I'm also at Entropy Emporium all over the internet. The channel Keem mentioned, that's technically my channel. We do a lot of really cool, fun stuff over there. Like this Thursday, for example, is going to be God Complex, our Girl by Moonlight Pacific Rim actual play, where we are all really sad and we pilot corpses of gods. And then on Friday, I believe, we are having another episode of Weird Wild Swear, a 5e homebrew actual play that I run that takes place in a world where the planes have disappeared and have been replaced by a Twilight Zone type of area. And then this Saturday, I think we are not doing Star Shard this week. We are on a small break, but we will be back soon. You can find me on Neon Lights Roleplay as Culmination Crim, the bard of the punk of New Avalon, for their Beacons game. He just fell into the Ether Sea and is lost forever, I think. So you can check us out on Saturday doing that. I got a lot of really cool projects coming up on various channels, including LFTA and Entropy. And I'm working on a really awesome, fun new project that'll be out in next spring, I think, probably. So I will see when we can start talking about that, but it's early. So you can check me out on the socials for updates on those sorts of things.
I guess that means it's my turn. And I'm so excited that this is so good, guys. I'm so proud of y'all. I've been sitting on this for 2 weeks. Talking to myself in the car, in the shower, anyway, I am Cass. I was your tale singer this evening. You can find me under the name Yoda Almighty on all the socials. Where will you see me? Well, you've heard all the projects I'm currently in, except for one. I am in Sundered Skies, not this Sunday, but next Sunday with X as the DM. I am in God Complex with JT on Thursday on Entropy Emporium. And tomorrow and for the next few Wednesdays, I will be over on High Shelf Collective playing Inevitable, the Arthurian Western. And I just made my character before session. I'm playing Magnolia the Hearthbreaker. Or Hearthrender? I literally made this like 5 minutes before I got into tech. I don't remember. Hearthrender, I think. Don't remember. She's a badass. I'm gonna be in full like country preacher mode. It's gonna be great. So come watch that over on High Shelf tomorrow and for the next few Wednesdays. But yeah, alternating Tuesdays with this table, alternating Thursdays for God Complex, and alternating. You get the picture. Don't forget table 2, not this Friday, next Friday. And we talked about co-working streams and one night ollies, right?
And we also have movie night.
Movie night's coming up. Yes.
We're gonna watch Hard Eyes on October 24th, Friday, at 9 p.m. Eastern. So come on by and watch Hard Eyes with everybody.
It is like the perfect slasher movie, and I say that knowing like I have like lore with myself in slasher movies, so I say that with all the emphasis. But we are going to go raid Magic RPG. They're playing Wild Sea, so stick around to the raid with us. Comment, say hello, follow them, let them know you were with us, and always remember to tell your tales. Good night, everybody. Say good night, cast.
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 And not cast, but
Stop
cast.
calling Carlisle a cowboy.
Carlisle is a cowboy.
Cowboy